Bienvenidos y bienvenidas a un nuevo episodio de Telco Talent, un podcast de Optare Solutions. Hoy desde Portugal nos acompaña Hugo Paredes, profesor en la Universidad de Trás-os-Montes e Alto Douro. Con él hablamos sobre la relación entre universidad, empresa y alumnado y cómo generar un ecosistema fuerte puede beneficiar a las tres partes. Soy Manu Ojea y empezamos aquí en Telco Talent. Hello everyone, we're back and today we have here with us Hugo Paredes, professor at UTAD, Universidad de Trás-os-Montes e Alto Douro. Good morning, Hugo. How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you very much for this invitation. It's my pleasure to join and to talk a little bit with you today.
We're so glad to have you here today, Hugo. You are our first guest that's coming from Portugal, which, as you know, is also an essential part of Optare Solutions, of course, with our office in Villarreal. So, again, we're so happy to have you here to talk about young talent, education, and how we can all benefit from building a rich ecosystem in that sense. But first, Hugo, as we always do, let's start by getting to know you a little more. Can you share with us a bit about your professional background and what led you to your current role at UTAD amongst the other activities that you do nowadays?
Yeah, so I'm a software engineer. So I study software engineering at the university as my bachelor. I also done my PhD on software engineering, and actually I teach software engineering, more specific software architectures and design patterns, also system integration. So lots of things related to software engineering. So I'm now a full professor at the University of Trás-os-Montes, Alto Douro, and also a research coordinator at Inestec. So I also do research in software engineering. So my specific area where I work is human-centered AI. So it's a hot topic right now, but from collaboration technologies and lots of works with collaboration technologies, and now the challenge of humans teaming with AI. It's the current challenge. So this is just a brief. So I've been, and I think this is also quite important for our discussion. I've been director of the Bachelor in Informatics Engineering, Master of Informatics Engineering, and the PhD in Informatics at UTAD for these 20 years that I've been here at the university. So I think I have a quite a good knowledge of about what we do and how we teach some informatics engineering and software engineering to our students, and how we can educate our future professionals and those that integrate our industry nowadays.
Right. Right. So great, Hugo. Now that we do know you a little more, let's dive right into the topic. As I'm sure our listeners know, talent is, of course, a key driver for innovation and for growth, particularly in technology and in engineering, as you mentioned, which is your area of expertise. In your experience, Hugo, why is nurturing talent so crucial for the industry? And what role does academia play in shaping professionals for this, again, for this particularly rapidly evolving field, which is technology?
Yeah, so actually, the first thing that I think people must do is actually to do something they make the difference, right? So, and they can make the difference, and they feel like they can make the difference. So when they are doing something that they know they can make the difference, they should be So people that are in a higher level, they should advise them how they can explore their ideas and actually nurturing this capacity or this challenge for creating new things, questioning about what is now. So I think this is the main topic of being at the academia and doing research is questioning everything and
Right.
putting questions about everything and actually trying to do something in a different way. And this is the good thing that we do at academia is that we can try it. And if it goes well, we can adopt it. If it goes wrong, no problem. We can retry another way. And this is the cycle of innovation. Of course, this is risky, and this is why universities do it, and the industry don't do it. And actually came mostly to the universities getting this risk because we do this from fundamental research, not applied research with a higher TRL levels as you did with the industry. And this questioning I would say ecosystem. So being in somewhere where you question every day actually triggers some desire to do things in a different way.
Right.
And if we try doing this, actually for the professionals, they try to do it another way because they can be different. And
Mhm.
this actually in a highly competitive industry, making the difference and making a very short difference can actually make the living of the industry. So this is something like how you are in life and how you see you are living. So your principles, your values, so and how you act. So I think this actually brings what is your key topic here about the talent and the technology and how this nurturing this talent is so important and how the academia can do it so well and can actually educate the future professionals with this I would say capability or with this interest of questioning everything
Right.
and being different and trying to do things in a different way. So probably making it better and trying to making it better.
Mhm. Right. Now, Hugo, we would also like to discuss with you the matter of young people and STEM careers. Here in Spain, over the last years, we've seen challenges in attracting students to these fields. What's the situation like in Portugal? Are young people there equally hesitant about entering these professions, or is there a greater interest in STEM careers that of Spain?
Yeah, I think this is a global issue. So it's not
Right.
only in Spain, and I would say at least in Europe, it's a global issue. We have been in some projects related to education that actually address this interest in STEM, but my main topic here would not be only STEM, would be challenges in the education of the new generations. So
Mhm.
we cannot still teach as we teach 10 or 20 years ago.
Right.
So we had a different, we had a very big difference in the access to information nowadays.
Right.
So, and this new generation is the generation that actually can access to everything in just a few seconds.
Yeah.
So, to any information, and they need to classify this information, and they can learn with this access. And but also they challenge something that is also an hot topic right now, that is artificial intelligence.
Mm.
So, and actually they need to think, what can they do as humans better
Right.
than artificial intelligence, because
Yeah.
machines have this incredible computational power. So what is my role as human, and
Yeah.
what can I, and this is going back to the innovation, what can I do different?
Mhm.
So what can I do better than artificial intelligence? And this is a challenge for the students, and also a challenge for professors
Right.
to teach and to teach critical thinking, and for to develop this capability of thinking in students. So if some years ago critical thinking was a very important topic, but was actually a soft skill, nowadays I would
Mm.
say it's mostly a hard skill for any human doing human work. So actually, and this, how this relates with STEM, and how it relates the interest in STEM, I would say this relates because we need to change the way we bring students to learn the principles, the basics, and apply these basic principles to develop these capabilities of STEM, and actually the capabilities of being engineers, right? So because most of this is about engineering, and
Right.
having an engineering perspective. So once more, I think this relates a lot with the capability of innovate, and actually the capability of think, so of making relations, and actually making questions, making the right questions. And this is, I don't think this is an issue of these new generations, but actually is how we are bringing them the interest on these topics.
Mhm.
So, and how we can bring them to these topics, and captivate their interest into these topics, because they actually like these topics, but probably the way they are taught need to be rethinked, and what we are, how we are bringing this knowledge to these young generations actually needs to be rethinked.
Mhm. Great. Now, well, continuing to explore Portugal's context for a moment, how do you assess the ways in which your educational system trains young talent for their professional future? And also from your perspective, how has UTAD contributed to shaping skilled professionals ready to step into the industry?
Yeah, so we work very close to the industry. So this relation that we have
Right.
with the industry, as for example with Optare, we have our incubator is in the campus, so students can be can create their own startups. They can join industry here in the campus, so they can live every day with the industry and the academia. So
Mhm.
we have a very close relation with the industry, and this is what we want to have with our students, is to bring these close relation between us and the industry. Of course, we want to also to develop these skilled professionals, and we want to develop these initiatives for our students so they can fastly help these industries to lead innovation and to get having a leading role into the market, because if they can study and at the same time being applying what they are studying in real situations, of course they will be more motivated to study, and they will actually see the real impact of what they are studying, and how this can be challenging or changing the way they are applying it. So this relation, and UTAD fortunately had this possibility, because we are a small university, and we can create this relation, and we can develop also our programs in a close relation with the industry. So understanding how we can help them and how they can help us in the defining what we should teach to our students, not only from the core concepts, but actually how they can be implemented. Oh, and of course, the 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 very known, talented students, how they can perform better, and how they can actually be integrated in this full ecosystem. So this is about having a full ecosystem working, not the academia from one side and
Yeah.
the industry for the other side, and you do a big stairway to leave the university and get into the industry. What we actually want is to speed up this line. And one
Mm.
important role is actually it's so, and I'm talking about this for undergraduate students or actually master students, but another important topic is actually to have also the PhDs into the
Mm.
industry. And this is also an important topic that we don't talk so much about this, because if a company wants to innovate and wants to have this relation with the university, there should be someone that actually can understand each side, can
Right.
understand the industry side, and can understand the academia side. And these key persons that can have this role from the industry to the academia actually needs to be someone into the industry that can understand how people in academia thinks. And most of them are PhDs, and I think Optare also has this vision,
Yeah.
and actually to include some PhDs so they can be challenging the academia to help solving their problems and their research problems, and then they can do what is their role, that is getting the solutions and getting the solutions to the market.
Right. Well, Hugo, we have talked about, the ecosystem that you mentioned. One part, an essential part of that ecosystem is the internships. We adopted it from the industry perspective, of course, are aware of this. We have been developing relationships that are beneficial precisely to create that ecosystem. And of course, one of the institutions we have relationships with is UTAD. We have several students as trainees and later on as full team members. From the perspective of the university, how has particularly UTAD integrated these internships and practical training into their strategy, and what benefits do you find they bring to students and also to the university and the companies they collaborate with?
Yeah, the internships are something that I think it's really important for students.
Mm.
for students to be in the industry from their first day in academia.
Right.
So if students have an opportunity during their first, of course, during their semesters, they need to be studying. But
Right.
when they finish the semesters, probably in late June, so
Mm.
what they will do until next September? So they will have July and August, and partially of September. So
Mm.
it's 2.5 months. So why they don't use some of that time to understand the how industry works, and this
Mm.
is where it can start the whole process. So summer, and the first rule in internships that I think it's important is to have summer internships.
Right.
So not working while they are working, while they are studying, they are studying. That is during the semesters, and then
Mm.
when they have some holidays, they actually um, do these summer internships. And
Mm.
this applies not only for undergraduate students or for bachelor students, but also for masters and even for PhDs. So if you see, for example, some PhDs never leave the university. So they start taking the bachelor, then they go to the master, then they do a PhD, and they
Right.
don't have any experience in the industry. So these internships can bring them this industry feeling, how what is done at the industry, what are the requirements of the industry, what
Right.
and feeling these, because as a researchers they should also think about how my research will impact products, and how we can bring these to the market, and how we can actually change the world with this research. So having these in the process is quite important, but this is only part of the internship programs. So you also have internships for at the end of the bachelor's. That
Mm.
is the step while students are still at the university. So they can have one course. They can do it not with an academic project, but they can do it into the company
Mm.
with 1 day internship. So during one semester they can do it, or even when they are doing their master thesis, and they can do, instead of doing a master thesis, they can do an internship in a project working in the industry. And this is really important for breaking down this stair to reach to reach the industry from the academia, and
Mm.
to get the concepts to their application into
Right.
real situations.
Right. Well, we are nearing the end of the episode now, but before we wrap up, we would like to try to leave our listeners with a final tip. So, for you, we would like to ask, what advice would you give to young professionals who are now entering the technological field? And what do you think they should focus on to prepare for a successful career in engineering, but in general in STEM industries?
So that's an hard question. So
Yeah.
first thing is do what you love to do.
Mm.
So that's the first advice I could give to any student is, don't try to do something that you don't like. So the second advice is planning. So plan what you want to reach, and don't think that everything will go as planned. So if you plan to reach some step, don't try to reach it tomorrow. It will
Mm.
take some time, and think about what you'll do in short term, what you'll do in midterm, and what you'll do in long term. And know the risks. Know the risks that when you try to reach somewhere, what are the risks and what are the benefits,
Right.
and actually make your decisions. So, but you can only take decisions if you have a plan. So
Mhm.
if you have a strategy. So this is the point. So planning your career, managing your career, knowing where do you want to go, and how you can reach it, and plan what are the ways to reach it. There's not only one way. There are many
Mm.
ways, and you can try. And the ways to reach it is making decisions at each moment, and you can make right or wrong decisions, but
Right.
you must make the decisions in the right moment, and then you can actually change things, but don't change your targets, and
Mm.
don't forget about what's your target. This does not only apply to technology, but this
Right.
applies a lot to technology, because technology is always changing. So if you
Mm.
think about something that you change every day, and you are changing always your targets according to how technology is changing, it will be difficult to reach something that is a moving target. If you have a well-defined target, then you can actually reduce the ways you can go to that target. So this will be my two major advice. So first is do what you love to do. The second is plan, have a strategy to
Mm.
reach where you want to go.
Okay, well, great then. We'll leave them with those two pieces of advice. And now we have reached the end of this episode. Hugo Paredes, professor at UTAD. Thank you so much for joining us here at Telco Talent.
Thank you very much for the invitation. It was my pleasure to join you.
Of course. And now, as always, it's time to thank each and every one of you who are listening to this and to all of our episodes. We encourage you to follow us on our social media. You can find us on LinkedIn and X to stay updated with our latest news. And you may also reach us at the address contactoinversion@optaresolutions.com for any questions regarding investing on Optare. And as I said, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being there, and we'll see you the next time we connect.